If he or she was for the streets before you, then you best believe that they're going to be for the streets with you and even after you. Good evening, good evening, good evening. It's so great to see y'all tonight. Welcome to another episode of Chelsea's Live Line. And I saw y'all in the chat early, and I really appreciate that because it makes me happy before I even get my show started, knowing that y'all coming in, leaving y'all comments, participating in the polls, and hitting that like button, of course. So if you haven't already, please make sure that you hit the like button on your way in. We're not going to ask y'all throughout the show, but I just want to make sure that y'all listen early on and support your girl if you can by hitting that like button. So I want to give a shout out to Janesta, of course, first one in the building saying hit the dang like button right now. Hello, beautiful sister, Chelsea's Live Line. Thank you, Janesta. I appreciate you so much. Thank you, sis. And I appreciate those flowers. Like I was telling you in my DM, it's about getting those flowers while you live it. I really appreciate that. So thank you for that. And shout out to my sis Mona saying it's the thumbnail and dimples for me. Honey, sometimes I be forgetting I have these dimples until y'all say that. So thank you. Even though I be smiling a lot, but thank y'all so much. Shout out to the hubby, the chat hubby, Kojak313 in the building. I appreciate you. And shout out to Aunt Tracy, because today is World NF Awareness Day, which is NF stands for neurofibromatosis, and it's a genetic disorder that you can learn more about, and that's just what we're celebrating today. So you either have to wear green or blue to celebrate NF Awareness Day, all right? And we need to educate ourselves about genetic disorders that affect us on a daily basis. And that's why I'm wearing my green. I planned to wear it, but then I totally forgot later in the day that I needed to wear that color, but God somehow allowed for me to wear it today. So I'm repping green on behalf of NF World Awareness Day. Shout out to my cousin Michaela. I appreciate you on your duties. Auntie Carolyn in the building. Thank you for being here. Yes. Shout out to Daryl Long. I appreciate you. Known as the Simp God. That's what you call yourself. I'm not calling you that, but that's what you call yourself. Salute. Almanai, salute to you as well. And Eric Jordan. All right. I appreciate y'all so much. We're going to get into tonight's episode. We're going to get into it straight on, right ahead. But before I do that, I want to shout out y'all last week for just showing so much love. I'm 26 years old and 1 week, 26 years and 1 week old today. So I appreciate y'all last week for showing me love. And I also want to give a shout out to a few of the people who showed some love on Cash App after the fact. So shout out to Mr. Bobby Wright, Kings and Dreams. I did a collab with him a few weeks ago talking about modern relationships and how it's doomed. And also shout out to King Strong as well. I had to blank out a few details, his personal info, but shout out to King Strong as well for showing love. But what we're going to do at this point is get into the episode, because y'all showed me so much love. Y'all poured into me, and y'all poured in more than
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 M's in my bank account. In my bank account.
Shout out to 21 Savage for that one, but let's get right into it. I'm going to get started first with the word of the day. It's coming from Proverbs 6:32 through 35. And after I do that, I'm going to read the poll to see what y'all voted on. Because Janessa was saying that poll earlier is a little, right? Like there's no direct answer. Sometimes there's that in between, but sometimes conversations have to be black and white. Because if we leave that gray area in the middle, we'll never get to our desired result. Not only individually, but as a culture as well. So let's get into Proverbs 6:32 to 35. Because back in the day, those Bible days, we know that infidelity, adultery, all of that was real. At some point in time, it was real. But the question I have for y'all is that, what about cheating today? Should we take it seriously? Because we know we have so many different outlets. We have social media. That's one outlet you can cheat on. Then you got the dating apps, which is also a part of that social media category, right? So let's get into the verse, and then I'm going to get into a lot of these clips I got for y'all tonight. So I hope y'all are ready. Proverbs 6:32 says the following: but a man who commits adultery has no sense. Whoever does so destroys himself. Again, let me repeat that. But a man who commits adultery has no sense. Whoever does so destroys himself. Blows and disgrace are his lot, and his shame will never be wiped away. For jealousy arouses a husband's fury, and he will show no mercy when he takes revenge. He will not accept any compensation. He will refuse a bribe, however great it is. What those verses are saying is this: it does not matter what you say. If you're a man and you're sleeping with a married woman, for example, it don't matter what you say to that woman's husband. It's going to be a problem because that man feels as if his kingdom is destroyed, it's been interrupted, and there's nothing you can do or say to him or give to him to make that household go back to the way it was before you committed that adultery with his wife. That's what that's saying. What I'm going to do is actually look into the poll as well to see what y'all results are so far about cheating, because I asked y'all a question. So give me 1 second as I go into the studio and see what y'all have said on this poll tonight. The poll was, should cheating be expected in today's relationships? And what it says currently is that 31% of y'all say yes, cheating should be expected because everybody's out here doing it. 69% of y'all said no, monogamy is possible. Okay. All right. I like that. I like to hear that. So we have some people that are saying no, right? And Janessa said, you may not know this, but it's a crime to cheat on your spouse. You can literally spend some time in jail, up to 6 months. Look into it. Oof, 6 months. Oh, goodness. Okay, so that's what I'm saying. Y'all don't even know this stuff, but we doing it just because of what feels good and what looks good. And shout out to everybody in the chat. I see y'all Melanin A1 in the building. I see Ross P Trucking. He said my favorite tax lady. No, that style points 973. I'm his favorite tax lady, but I appreciate the love nonetheless. Salute to everybody in the chat. And Kojak also said, yeah, cheating on me is very detrimental to your health. Just ask all my exes that did cheat. Karma has caught up to them. You definitely reap what you sow. I'll say that much. Salute to Successful Melanated Dusty. I appreciate you as well. Let's get into the episode. The reason I came up with this episode is because I came across a video where a girl was asking a dating coach, is it considered cheating if my boyfriend that I'm exclusive with is going or still on the dating apps that he met me on? That's why on that thumbnail you saw, is how I get them important, right? You know that saying that says, how you got them is how you lose them. Y'all heard that saying before. So I want to play this clip first to see if y'all think that what she's describing is or is not considered cheating.
Asked to date exclusively, saw a notification on the phone that he matched with a girl. He deflected. This is another rare case where I DM the person for more context because I love y'all, but it's 60,000 of y'all and there's one for me because I cannot be in the DMs all day with a whole bunch of free advice, right? Just and that's okay. There's no shame in that. As you guys cannot be at work 24/7 and not getting paid. So rare case, I actually DM this person for more context to be sure. She said that they are in a committed relationship. He asked her for a committed relationship. She said yes, that is her whole man. Okay. She noticed on his phone, she did not look through it before we get well, that's, if you don't trust him, then and that's your fault because you shouldn't go through. It popped up on the phone. The light got bright. She looked over. She saw the dating app. She's familiar with it. That's how they met. And she saw the match. Okay. This is a problem. This is absolutely inappropriate behavior. This is tantamount to cheating because if you're still on the app, that means that you are still dating. It's a dating app. And if this is your whole man or your whole girlfriend, then your app should be deleted, deactivated, suspended, whatever that looks like. That means you're still seeking partners. This is inappropriate behavior. And this is almost equivalent to, if you're ready, breaking up.
Okay, y'all heard it. That was Allison that was mentioning how she thinks that it's cheating, that this man is currently in a relationship with this woman. They met on the dating app. Let's say it was Tinder, eHarmony, whatever it may be. They met on this dating app. And now this woman finds out that as she's sitting down, she sees her boyfriend's phone light up, sees that he has a match, but he's claiming that he's exclusively with her. How can that be the case? How can that be the case? And like I saw that already what Kojak said, she's spin. I don't think that it makes sense. And shout out to Big Smooth, Brian. I see y'all in the chat. Project Leroy. I see y'all. And what I was trying to mention is that I think it is cheating to me. And this is why we have to define what cheating is. I'm going to come back to the main screen because that's what we're going to do. What is my definition of cheating? I don't think cheating is just the act. In my opinion, I don't think cheating is just the act. I think that cheating is everything before that, right? For example, when you think about cheating on a test at school, in the class, you gotta be able to premeditate what you're going to do. You're over here looking at your partner, looking at the person next to you, say, hey, you got the answer for this one? You got the answer for that one? All of that is premeditated, right? All of that is premeditated and leads up to the final act, which is the satisfaction that person gets from cheating. But it's literally all those momentous occasions added up together. That's what cheating is to me. But a lot of people think that cheating is simply when you do the act, you do the sexual interaction. And I think that's where things are getting confused and fuzzy, because us women, we're emotional creatures, right? We're emotional. All of us have emotions, men and women, but we're emotional. Because of that, we pay attention and we think about what happened behind the scenes, when he looked into her eyes, when this, when that. And now when I'm having this sexual interaction with you, if I'm married, now I got to think about the fact that you were doing this and doing that to her. You get what I'm saying? So it's not just the act. We have to think about everything before that. Those conversations, those texts that, you turning your phone a little bit to the side because you don't want them seeing. That little angle. Y'all know what I'm talking about. When somebody's hiding something and you sitting right next to them and they don't want to show their phone just straight up like this. They got to turn it over a little bit. They leaning over like they're on a freaking roller coaster or something. That's the problem I have. It's the act. It's not the act. It's everything before that adds up to the act itself. I don't think we should dismiss everything that we see. And shout out to Janessa as well for the $2 saying, hit the like button. Yes, please feel free to hit that like button. Or if you don't like what you're hearing, hit that dislike button. But as long as you're interacting with me, I do appreciate it. Thank you so, so much. Yeah, shout out to everybody in the chat. I appreciate that. Brother Chavis said, cheating is cheap and admitting defeat. You can't win when you purposely sin. Oh, brother trying to come through with those bars tonight. You can't win when you purposely sin. You can't, because it might feel good for a second. But after that, what happens? After that, what happens? That's my definition of cheating. And I see y'all with the poll as well. 77% say monogamy is possible, and 23% say, no, everybody's cheating. Everybody's cheating. That's the first thing. That's why I'm trying to tell y'all have to be careful with these dating apps, because sometimes how you get them is how you lose them. Do you expect, put a 1 in the chat. Let's say you met somebody on a dating app. Put a 1 in the chat if you would want that person to delete the app after y'all are exclusive. Put a 1 in the chat if you would like your significant other to delete that dating app after y'all are exclusive. And put a 2 in the chat if you say he or she can keep the dating app. 2 for he or she can keep the dating app while we're exclusive. Or 1, you would want them to delete it. Because I want to know. And what happens, I have a question for y'all too. What happens when y'all are dating on Facebook dating? Can somebody answer that one for me? Facebook dating, and they might have Instagram dating and all these other apps. But what happens when that person is on Facebook dating? How can you verify that they're off of the dating app now? You get what I'm saying? Because the dating app is Facebook itself. And I see mostly ones in the chat. I do see a lot of ones. Salute to y'all. And then I see Project Leroy saying, oh, you can keep the app. But wouldn't that lead to temptation? That's what I think. Shout out to Auntie Ebony for being here as well. Yes, thank y'all for the participation. Mona be on it. Thank you. Right, why do you need the app if we are exclusive? Because the purpose of the app was to do your hunting. You wanted to do your hunting, but now that you don't have to hunt anymore, I don't think there's any reason that you should have this app. Yes, there's a Facebook dating. Look, when I was in a relationship, all I saw was Facebook ads. I was on Facebook and I scrolled down and I would see ads that say, oh, come on Facebook dating. You'd be a great match for such and such. Like, they literally tempt you. They know you're dating somebody and they want to tempt you to be able to go with these different people. So yes, there's a Facebook dating section on the Facebook app, on your computer. Type in Facebook and they got some Facebook dating now. That's just giving so many different avenues, right? It's just giving so many different opportunities to find somebody at the drop of a dime. It's so easy to find somebody to sleep with you, but it's not as easy to find somebody to wife you up out here in these streets, because you don't know about that conversion rate. I really want to know how many people have met on dating apps and have actually gotten married, successfully married from those apps. There's far and few. I'm not saying it's impossible, but I'm saying that most of the time we know that people are getting on these ghetto apps to try to recruit for the night and the night only, and they don't know you the next day. If you think you lonely now, wait until tonight, girl. I'm telling you. It's a mess. Yes. Shout out to Team Peterson. Yes, Facebook has dating. Shout out to Red Lipstick Vibes as well. I see y'all all in the chat. It don't make no sense. So I'm just trying to figure out what happens then if you're active on Facebook. Because let me tell you, I said my previous ex, I had met him on Facebook, right? Not wanting to date him at that time, but just met him on Facebook. And then throughout the relationship, you see that people are still interacting with other people on Facebook. They haven't deleted the exes, haven't deleted the people of interest. That's why I say sometimes how you get them is how you lose them, because Facebook was really, social media in general for us was definitely the biggest biggest pitfall of our relationship, because there were no boundaries set up when these same women are hitting you up talking about, hey, big head. That's why I tell you how you meet somebody. And it wasn't Facebook dating that I met him. It was just generally, he sent me a friend request, and that's how I met him. But I'm saying that when you have Facebook dating and all these different avenues, there's no room for you to be loyal out here. That's why I salute the people who have been loyal. And what I'm going to do next is actually read some stats. Because we obviously like data over here. That's extremely important. So what I'm going to do is share my screen and go into some stats regarding infidelity. The cold truth about it. The whole truth and nothing but the truth. Okay? So let me zoom in on this here and share my screen so y'all can see what I see. Do you see what I see? No, I'm playing. Let me get into it. I know y'all over here like, what is this girl talking about? All right, let me zoom out a little bit so y'all can see. So this is coming from the LA Intelligence, a full service dating agency. All right, full service dating agency. Let's get into it. The cold hard truth about dating. Okay, and I'll begin to super chats in a second. I see y'all. Salute to Theo. I appreciate you. And King J. Sean, I see you in the building. Infidelity. Let's get into some data. Let's do it. 30% to 60% of all married individuals will engage in infidelity at some point during a marriage. That's the first fact. But thank God for that, look, that 70, that 40 to 70% who do not. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at it that way, fill in the gap, right? 30 to 60% can, but at the end of the day, there's people who know that they're coming in trying to be faithful, and they're going to remove out anything that could cause them not to be, right? The next thing it says is that 33% of men and 19% of women admit when they're unfaithful to their partners. And see, the thing about me is that if you're going to cheat on me, I don't even need you to tell me. I don't need you to make me feel way worse than I already do. You know what I'm saying? Why would I want to be told, oh, I cheated on you? Let me just find out, right? I find out, that's it. However it comes to me, right? I'm not about to be snooping through anything or nothing like that. But I don't need you to come and just tell me, we having a good time. We out and about. You say, oh, I cheated on you. No, I don't want to hear that. Some people just like the truth like that, but don't tell me. 57% of men and 54% of women admit to committing infidelity in a previous relationship. See, this is what I'm talking about here. Like, sometimes they say once a cheater, always a cheater. That's what they say. I didn't say it, but that's what they say. Because you have to look at the patterns. The patterns sometimes determine how the future is going to look. And I think it does. I think people can change. There are cheaters now who are loyal today, but I know it can be difficult for them because it could be a part of their identity. Just like people who steal all the time. When they're in a certain environment, they won't steal. But if they get around that certain environment that causes them to feel like they want to steal, they'll do that. Same thing when it comes to infidelity. If you're putting yourself around certain women, certain men that arouse you, then of course you're going to set yourself up for failure. It's as simple as that. And 22% of married men and 14% of married women have strayed at least once during their married lives. These are the stats. 74% of men and 68% of women say they would have an affair if they knew they would never get caught. One thing I heard as well is that women are greater cheaters than men are. That's what I heard. Like, you can't put nothing, women can get away with cheating is what I've heard. I don't know. Obviously not. I don't believe in that. But I'm saying I've heard that women are more sneaky than men when it comes to cheating. 60% of affairs start with close friends or workers. Let's get into it. Okay? Any of y'all ever had a work hubby or a work wife? Any of y'all, I ain't never had that, but I'm saying there's some people out here that literally may have for fun work wives and work husbands, and I'm telling you that's gonna lead to more because you already started on the wrong foot. You're a married woman or a married man talking about a work wife, work husband. Where they do that at? Stay in your lane, and we don't need to be communicating after work because as soon as the clock hits 5 p.m. for me, you do not need to hit me up because work is over at that point. If you send me a message after work hours, you'll get a response the next day during work hours. The boundaries have to be set. We don't need to be going out, work buddies, we going out to eat. That either, because that leads to more. Every little interaction between male and female sometimes can lead to more. Right? You sipping a little something, y'all at the bar, we at the bar with the work buddies, and you sipped on a little bit too much. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. Let me just shout out the super chatters real quick. Shout out to Theo, the Do Better podcast, of course. Make sure y'all subscribe to him. Theo, you're already a mod on my channel, so make sure you drop your channel in this chat here because Theo's the real deal. Y'all got to know him. He's from Detroit, so you know I got to show him love with that. But he literally teaches us how to do better with these women and these men that come onto different shows and expose how modern people behave. It makes you thank God that you don't have their ways. So salute to Theo for his love, for the $10, and shout out to Joker Nutty Nate for his $2 super sticker as well. I appreciate you so much. And Joker Nutty Nate, I'm glad you're here because I actually have a video that I'll be playing that you sent to me on Instagram. So I'm looking forward to that in just a bit. And I see you with the cat. I do see the super sticker over here. So thank you so much. Let's get back to these stats. But again, pay attention to your close friends, your buddies, your best friends that's been holding on to you like luggage, extra baggage that you know you can't take on the airplane. You can't take that baggage with you to the next level. Why do you think there are limits on the amount of baggage you can take on a plane? Same thing when it comes to your relationships. Y'all platonic friends, keep that until you become exclusive with somebody else. And then you're going to have to wean away from that. You're going to have to elevate. Because sometimes people be catching feelings and it's too late to catch feelings when you become exclusive. Know what category you're putting these people in and keep these people in that category and make sure that it's mutual. What I'm saying about that is that if I'm a woman and I know a man is interested in me, he has to be cut off in a way. Yes, I'm not trying to be mean enough, but he has to be cut off in a way to make room for my husband. My husband gets full access to me. Another man shouldn't get full access to you after you're exclusive. I even say it right in the boyfriend-girlfriend stage, in my opinion, because I'm that type of person that don't think that you can just turn on and off these duties once you're married. I feel that you need to be preparing yourself before the wedding to be cutting off these folks that you know have interest in you. Even if you don't have interest in them, they're going to have to stay in a certain category. I'm just saying. They're going to have to stay in a certain category. And better to do it early than later. You know such and such only calling you late at night when he wants something. You know this, but he's just a friend. He's friends with benefits. And usually when it's friends with benefits, it's only a one-way benefit. You are giving away your full benefits package. You're giving away your full benefits package. And that's what I was going to talk about today. Is that what person in their right mind would give a man or a woman full benefits before they have waited that grace period? What job is going to give away full benefits to an employee, to a contractor, to a temp worker who's only been there for less than 90 days? A fool. That's who. That's who's going to do that. Ain't no way a company is going to give away all their full benefits to you when you haven't shown yourself as somebody who deserves them. Same thing when it comes to these relationships y'all getting in. Y'all giving away full benefits. Y'all giving away full benefits, full access, and that person has nothing to fight for. You've made it easy for them. And that's the worst thing you can do. I literally read something today where a lady said she donated her kidney to her boyfriend and he cheated on her. Well, you not only left with no dignity, no respect, but you left with one less kidney, ma'am, for your body to fully function. Now his body over there fully functioning, you over here fully struggling, and you gave away that kidney. Okay, make it make sense. Make it make sense. Let's read a few more stats and I'm going to get into some videos. I see y'all in that chat. 56% of men and 34% of women who cheat rate their marriage as happy or very happy. 56% of men and 34% of women who cheat rate their marriage as happy or very happy. See, I don't need you smiling in my face, but all the time you got a girl around the corner that's trying to take my place. Y'all backstabbers. Backstabbers. They smiling in your face. Down, 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 down. Seriously though. See, this is what I'm talking about. How can your marriage be so happy, like you claim it is, but you are out here cheating on me? This is when the mind is playing tricks on me. Like Scarface and them said, ghetto boys, right? Seriously, I'll be like, where's the surgery at so I can get this kidney back? Because I can't go for that. Yeah, the play fences. That's another one. There was a lot going on in there too. I need to go rewatch that. Look, boyfriends don't get kidneys from me. That's the thing. Like, y'all literally giving it all away. Like, you would give your heart for this man. Say, oh, go ahead. Let me just die. You know what I'm saying? Let me just die for him, literally. And let me just give him my heart so he can go ahead and live his best life while I'm gone. Psh. Look, Coach Harry said he took the kidney. You kidding me? It's a mess. And they say an average affair lasts 2 years. And lastly, 31% of marriages survive an affair. So 69% of them do not. 69% of them do not. Just saying. And talking about country, go US. You know why? Because the United States, 84% of y'all are having these affairs that I guess what are they saying? Country by country, are affairs morally unacceptable? 84% of y'all think infidelity is immoral, but so many of y'all are doing it. Make it make sense. Please make it make sense. And we can see some other nations that are adulterous, not just us, but Thailand, Denmark, Italy. You think you're going over there to these countries or these different areas here, and it's a different story when you see the data. And these are some of the reasons that people cheat. And I see y'all with the super chats. I do want to give a shout out before I get into these reasons to Medium Man. Medium Man is over here blowing up. Make sure y'all put his YouTube link in the chat so y'all can go support him because he's producing great content, professional guy, got his suit on and just nice, just look good. Look very nice, well presentable, man. So make sure you check out Medium Man over there where he's really schooling the men on how to be men. And he said, just stopping by to show some love. Great topic. I appreciate you so much for the $10, Medium Man. Thank you. Let's continue with this episode. Let's continue, y'all, as we get into why people cheat. Why people cheat. One of it is because of lack of sexual satisfaction in their primary relationship. And a lot of that can tie into previous experiences. Let's say a man's been with Brenda, Letitia, Linda, Felicia, Dawn, LaShawn, Inez, and Delisha. Then he's going to have all those experiences with those women and expect for poor little old Chelsea to be able to be like all those women. That's where a disconnect can happen. Sometimes they say us limited experience folks need to be put together with one another. And folks with experience should be with folks of experience, right? That's the easiest way to solve that, but you may have to train your person to meet your desires. Okay? Another reason for why people cheat, they desire for additional sexual encounters. The same thing I just told y'all. Sometimes they don't want to be a part of that monogamy lifestyle. They're wanting to bring other people in. And if you signed up for that, if that's something y'all discussed prior to, then that's something you'll have to deal with. Number 3. Lack of emotional satisfaction in their primary relationship. You not available for me because you're giving Quan all your time. You calling Quan up and telling Quan every time that your boyfriend or your husband does something wrong. I'm going to call him up and basically vent to him. And do you know that is arousing Quan and letting Quan know that, hey, I can basically get with her at this vulnerable point in her life? Are y'all calling... let's say y'all calling Ariel. You're calling Ariel up and hitting up Ariel about what Chelsea did. And now Ariel's like, oh, you don't deserve a woman like that. Or that woman doesn't deserve you. Let me come over and talk to you. Okay? And trying to be that shoulder to cry on, which y'all know turns into a blank to write on. Yeah. A blank to write on. I'm just saying. Also, Y'all want that emotional validation from someone else. Y'all know y'all want them social media likes. And that's why I told y'all sometimes social media can be the biggest outlet, the easiest outlet for us to cheat. All you gotta do is put something on your story. You got your back out. You turn to the side at that particular angle that you know is going to catch a man's eye. And now you got all these men in your DMs. What are you planning to do? Because I think you just happy just to have them coming in your DMs. Whether you accept that message request or not, you're just happy about the fact they showed up. And that's all you needed to know. I still got it. I still got a little skin in the game. If he act up again, I'm going to post this one. If he act up again, I'm going to respond back to this guy. Because he said he's willing to give me money. He said he's willing to give me his time. And he got the bag. Number 5, falling out of love with their partner. They graduated. As some people would like to say. They graduated from the relationship. But I really don't think. I guess people do fall out of love. I guess I just don't have enough experience in that category to say that that's possible. But people, I guess, do fall out of love. But see, that's the thing. If you just get married because you love that person, you may be kind of mistaken, because sometimes love don't live there anymore. Love isn't the reason this thing is maintaining. It's other reasons. It's the foundation y'all built together. Love has to be where you go back to. It's that foundation, but there's other things into that as well. Because just because you love somebody don't mean you won't leave them. All right? Next. They want to seek revenge. You cheated on them. Now I'm about to do some revenge cheating on you. What's wrong with that? But I'm telling you, there are some double standards when it comes to women and men cheating. And that's what I'm going to be playing next, is a clip regarding that before I get into this last statement here. They're curious and they want new experiences. The grass is greener. Sure, if they put the additional resources, they paid for that extra grass to be green. Do y'all realize that? The green grass can only be as green as the person who is providing the resources to make that grass green. What does that mean? Sometimes it's about how much skin you put in the game, how much of your resource, of your time are you putting to make that grass green. Keep your mediocre grass over where you at. You can be able to water it a little bit. Water it, put the fertilizer down, do all the regimens you need to get that green grass like they got it. But sometimes you're going to come out of pocket. You're going to have to sacrifice something in your relationship, something that's externally influencing it for you to have that green grass. But you don't realize it because you're looking at your relationship from one perspective. But let me tell you, perspective is everything. And sometimes having somebody outside to tell you about what you're doing may get you into reality check mode. To understand, you're looking at them from that perspective. But as soon as you turn in, you'll notice that they're paying thousands and thousands of dollars to be able to maintain that green grass. Are you willing to sacrifice that? If you're not, then you might as well just go ahead and watch it. Observe the green grass while you keep maintaining yours. Yeah. Keep maintaining your grass at the end of the day. That's it. We don't know what people are sacrificing for, but it looks good. And there's even some steps for recovering from infidelity. I will put this information in the description notes of this video so you can take a look, just in case you are somebody who has dealt with infidelity. There are ways to recover, but again, it's going to take sacrifice. And are you willing? Are you willing to forgive and forget? Because honey, that can be a mess. And then also when it comes to relationships, y'all know y'all favorite couple was trending in the news this week, and I'm not going to talk about their situation. You know why? Because that's out of order. That relationship is out of order. The whole people's family dynamic is out of order. So like MC said, can't touch this. Can't touch this topic. You know why? Because it's not the standard for me. And I know it's not the standard for a lot of people who are watching their relationship, who are watching them, who follow them and whatnot. I don't know enough about these people to even know what's going on. All I know is that how you get them is how you lose them. What I'm saying is that when it comes to cheating, they restored their relationship after Dwayne had that outside baby, right? She did it. So now, obviously, things are out of order with this relationship. And here she goes with the 50-50. It may be a wine. I don't know what's going on. This, that Met Gala stuff. That's how it is. Oh, shout out to Jermaine. I appreciate you. Said I've been here just at our kids' rehearsal. Salute to the Kings. I appreciate y'all for being here. Yeah, so that's why we're not talking about them, right? So goodbye to them. I want to talk about double standards and relationships next.
View if it's me.
Do you think that man is gonna give you a second chance? Your friend just beat you down, put you through the wall.
I don't think that he should, because when a man cheats, he's conquering. I saw this on
double standard.
Listen. When a man cheats, he conquers the woman, right? And I saw this on a podcast. I don't know what podcast it was, but
probably ours. But anyway,
when a man cheats, he conquers a woman. But when a woman cheats, she's being conquered by a man. So if I cheat on you, I've opened my legs to another man, conquering me. So
Okay.
I think it's a little deeper. So
a lot of men are gonna love that
double
response.
I mean, it is a double standard, but as a woman, if you really love a man, you're not gonna sleep with another man. That's just how I feel.
Some women just like to free.
I don't know. Then don't be in a relationship.
Was she preaching? I see some 100s in the chat. People said facts. Right. Yeah, he had an outside baby. Yeah, sure did. All right. She's saying that she wouldn't want her man to forgive her if she cheated. I agree. I wouldn't want my man to forgive me if I cheated, because really, first of all, I don't want to cheat. That's not my desire to do that. I'm not going to get in a relationship for that when I know that I'm coming for loyalty, right? Straight facts. Facts. Right. Do y'all think it's a double standard as it relates to cheating? I've heard from men, they said, hey, I can go cheat, and that's one thing. But for a woman to go cheat, that's another thing. It hits different. And most men, they stand their ground when they say that, hey, if a woman cheats on me, I'm gone. I'm not coming back. I'm not forgiving her. I'm not going to deal with her anymore. That's how men are thinking. But women say, oh, I'll give him another chance. And I just want to figure out, why is that? Is that the nature of us as individuals? I want to know. I just think that if you're going to cheat, go ahead and be by yourself. Just go ahead and be by yourself, in my opinion. Okay? He said a woman cheats in stages. But let me say, what I'll say is that women, as we're emotional, that means that that woman is into that man. Versus when a man cheats, it's saying that, hey, I just wanted to get my lust out. I didn't care for the girl. I didn't have any emotional attachment of the girl. I forgot about her name. I forgot who she was, who she is. And it's two different things, right? But women are like, I love this man. I love him, because we know we lead with emotion. And most women, unless you just got so much masculinity in you, you are not going to want to cheat, right? You're not going to want to cheat. You shouldn't want to cheat, right? That's just how it is, in my opinion. But if you do cheat, it's because you actually like that man. Unless you just for the streets every single day of the week, and you just want to sleep with whoever because you just got so much masculinity in you. Team Peterson said, no, a woman cheating is capital redrum. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. Redrum, I'm going to say that. Man, it's manslaughter. Mona said, women get emotionally involved and cheat prior to the physical contact is made. Yes, that emotional involvement, right? And see, with me, I'm over here thinking that, like, if a man cheated on me, for example, I want to know. I'm trying to figure out the whole thing. I'm trying to put the pieces of the puzzle together. That's just how I am. Like, how did I miss this? How that? I'm just that person that loves to overthink sometimes every situation. But men are saying in the chat, if a woman does that to them, she out. Jermaine said, there's a difference. I couldn't get over my wife getting plowed by another dude. Goodbye. I know. See, that's what I'm saying. Just thinking about that in itself. Back blown out, and I've been away on business for 3 days. Nah. Tracy said, I think some people feel as if they are the prize when the cheater comes back to them. When the cheater comes back to them, they feel like they're the prize. I just feel that if a cheater comes back to me, well, a cheater ain't gonna come back to me because, like I said, I set the standard. I'm setting the standard. I don't believe in cheating. I don't have any desire to do so, and I would love if you don't have the desire to do so as well. These conversations need to be had up front about what cheating is or is not. And it's on a case-by-case basis. Some people don't consider polygamy as cheating because the woman has agreed to say, hey, you can go out and have your women. Let's have an open relationship. And when you have anything that's open for too long, it gets taken advantage of, gets used and abused. I saw a movie with Essence Atkins not too long ago where she noticed that her boyfriend, when they would walk down the street, her boyfriend would turn around and look at other women's behinds. She noticed that. She called him out on it. We actually saw it in the movie. And he's like, no, I didn't do that. What you talking about? I didn't look at a woman's behind. So basically contradicting what she said and negating what she said. She gets to the point where she's so insecure in a relationship that she says, let's go ahead and have an open relationship. Let's go ahead and you date who you want. And it was really for him. She did that for him. And sometimes when you make these decisions that are one-sided decisions, they will end up biting, coming back to bite you, come back to haunt you. And that's exactly how it went down, is that the man was all for the open relationship. His name is Keith. I forgot his name. It's not Keith Washington, of course, but Keith Robinson, I want to say, is his name. He was in Dreamgirls. He was Effie's brother. Can't think of his name right now, but he was married to Essence Atkins in this movie, and Keith was all for the open relationship. He went out there and slept with whoever he wanted, just as long as the baby didn't come back. And I've heard so many women out here that say that, hey, as long as you don't bring a baby back, I'm fine. Even Smokey Robinson, y'all. Uncle Smokey. Y'all know I like him older, but not smoked out like Smokey. Smokey Robinson, y'all, is out here with a new album called Gasms. I had turned this on. Let me see. I was trying to see what Smokey was talking about. Smokey said, I get eargasms when I hear your voice. I get eyegasms when I see your face. I said, Smokey, you getting too old for this stuff now. But anyway, the reason I'm bringing up Smokey tonight is because Smokey is smoked out, okay? He think he look good. He over here doing the dances. If I can get the video up tonight, I will show y'all Smokey at this previous concert, acting a whole fool. Smokey, though, he was married to his first wife, and his first wife said, hey, while you're on tour, as long as you don't bring a baby back, I'm fine with you sleeping with whoever you want to. And I'm saying to myself, if you say that, lady, but you give a man an inch sometimes, and maybe he'll take a mile. Sometimes. Just saying, if you give a man everything, this is what I was talking about. You have to make that man respect you, appreciate you. And the way you do that is by letting him know what you do and you do not like. If he can't meet those standards, then I'm just saying you got to make sure your respect is met at a minimum. At a minimum. Why can't we all get respect? It ain't about being aggressive or nothing, by saying you would like this. I would like respect. And my way of respect is knowing that you're not out here sleeping with all these women and all these people, and you can bring something back to me while you out here having your fun. I don't know, because Genuine over here falling. I was like, oh goodness, I don't seen Genuine a few times in concert. Shout out to Derek Gaines in the chat, but I've seen Genuine a few times in concert. I'm saying to myself, whoo, I love Genuine. I love me some Genuine, but I'm trying to find this video of Smokey in concert. Oh Lord. Anyway, as I find that, the main point I'm trying to make is that Smokey's wife was like, oh yeah, go ahead as long as you don't bring a baby back to me. But she said that, but then he had cheated on her. I don't know if he got an outside child or not, but she ended up divorcing him. All because her standards were set so low. She didn't want to do it, but she said it because it made her heart feel at ease at that moment. Sometimes us women will do that as a way to just say it's okay, but we know it's really not okay. Same thing with this movie, where the husband wanted the open relationship. The wife didn't, but the wife started going out with this guy. And as soon as the wife started going out with this guy, then the husband comes back like, oh, when you meeting with him? What's going on? What y'all doing? I don't like this open relationship thing. They going back to the table. On that. That's what I'm saying. Keep your standards where they are and stop trying to manipulate yourself into thinking that you want to be a part of something that you don't want to be a part of. All right. Let me see what Smokey got going on. I'm going to find it on Facebook in a minute. But what I'm going to do for y'all is get into some clips. I got a couple clips for y'all. I appreciate y'all for being here so far. I'm going to talk about how this one man literally thought his girlfriend would cheat on him, so he made a bet about it.
Weekend, when you weren't answering my calls, I went to a party with Brian, and I went home with him, and I slept with him.
Yeah, I know what happened.
What? How do you know?
Yeah, we planned this all out. Brian bet me $50 and a pack of cigarettes. He could sleep with you. So now I'm down $50 and a pack of cigarettes.
And see, sir, you're not just down a pack of, you said blunts. Let me go back a little bit first so I can make sure I heard him right. He said,
and a pack of cigarettes. $50 50 bucks and a pack of cigarettes. He could sleep with you. So now I'm down 50 bucks and a pack of cigarettes.
You say you're down 50 bucks and a pack of cigarettes. So, sir, you're down, you're in the negative when it comes to dignity, when it comes to respect for yourself, because why would you let your buddy sleep with your woman? Tell me I'm down $50 and a pack of cigarettes. And what you gonna do with this woman? Take her back? Man, low self-esteem at best. Wow. That's the first clip. You can't make it up. We know that. You can't make this up. The self-esteem is out the window. The cool points are out the window. What I'm going to do is get into this skit next. I'm going to get into the skit where I ain't going to tell y'all the details, but it's a lot going on. But before I do that, let me give a shout out to Smokey real quick, because I found a video, y'all. Y'all got to see it. I saw it, so y'all got to see it too. Okay, let me get this on the screen. Ooh, child. Shout out to Smokey Robinson, smoking it up. Okay, here we go. I'm not gonna play the audio. Mona said, oh no. Oh no.
20s, count that. 100s, count that. Count that. Money.
Woo, that was Smokey. I know, smoking it up on the screen. I had to give y'all a good laugh. Ooh, that thing is Smokey wearing a diaper. That might be an underestimate right there, honey. A diaper? Smokey has got these old women, and they the pins and everything. Talking about Smokey! They going crazy in the nursing homes right now. City Grandpa's up $1 million, y'all. City Grandpa's up $1 million. Up a milli. All right. Let's keep this show going. I appreciate y'all. We just having a good laugh, good time tonight. What I'm going to do is get into this skit. Yeah, they in the pins, right? Let me get into this skit, y'all. This man, cheats on his wife, and the plot twist is going to be real. So let's look into it.
I'll get it. Hi, can I help you?
I need to speak to Brandon. It's really important.
Oh, okay. What? I'm sorry, who are you?
Look, it's a long story. I just need to speak to Brandon.
Ma'am, first and foremost, I don't care how long of a story is, but see, the thing about it is that what you're not going to do is talk about you need to speak to my husband, and then tell me it's a long story, but let me speak to him. Not today, ma'am, but let us continue, though.
Is he here? His car's out front.
How do you know what kind of car he drives? Who are you?
Who is it? Liza? What are you doing here?
We need to talk.
Talk about what, Brandon?
Honey, it's okay. Just give me a few minutes. I'll be right back, okay?
No, Brandon. I'm tired of the games. I'm tired of all these lies. Are you gonna tell your wife? Or do I need to?
Brandon, what is she talking about? Tell me what.
I have no idea. Don't do this.
I'm his girlfriend. You don't know this, but Brandon and I have been seeing each other for a few months now.
What?
Jamie, don't listen to her. Just give me a minute, okay? Liza, let's go outside and talk, okay?
What that gonna do? What that gonna do at this point? She already said she was the girlfriend. What mode do y'all need to talk about outside? I want to hear it all at this point. What?
No, Brandon. I have to tell her. Because the truth is, I'm pregnant.
What? You're pregnant?
I can't believe this.
Wow. I don't know what to say. I'm gonna be a dad.
say this Negro, but this Negro got the nerve to talk about, he turned that frown upside down. He all happy. This woman don't went back here crying. You ain't gonna check on your wife at least? This Negro.
That's all I ever wanted.
We're gonna be parents.
Okay, please go wait in the car. I'll be right there. Jamie, what are you doing?
How could you do this to me? After all these years of marriage.
Look, I am sorry. But all I ever wanted to be was a dad. What did you expect when you can't even give me that?
How dare you, sir, gonna disrespect me? See, that's the thing. You gotta have these conversations early on, because what happens if somebody does have infertility issues? What are you gonna do in that case? Tell me, I wanted to be a dad. You could have at least given me that. How disrespectful can you be, sir? Y'all can adopt too. That's another option. She didn't have to have your child if y'all got infertility issues. Instead, y'all could have adopted. There's plenty of kids out here who need a good home. Y'all saw Like Mike. Well, some of them kids was bad, but y'all saw Like Mike, and y'all know what time it is. There's people out here that need some foster parents, people who can adopt them. That's as simple as that.
I can't believe you would do this. You promised me. You said you would never give up on us.
Promised you? What are you talking about?
How could you forget? You see, the last time we got our pregnancy results, you made me a promise.
Imagine if we're pregnant.
I know. I'm so nervous.
Mr. and Mrs. Parker? I'm sorry to tell you this, but your test results came in and you're not pregnant.
What?
I don't understand. You said that with this process, we were practically guaranteed to get pregnant.
Look, I'm really sorry. Based on my experience, this usually happens when one of you has infertility issues. I'll give you two some time.
I knew it. I can't get pregnant. I am never gonna be a mom.
Honey, it's okay. We are not gonna give up.
We have been trying for 4 years, Brandon. What's the point? I am tired of trying over and over. I guess I'm just not meant to be a mom.
No. Listen to me. I don't care if it takes us another 4 years of trying, okay? I promise you, I'm never gonna give up on you or our baby.
Girl, say them tears. Girl, say them tears.
So you see, you said you would never give up on me, and you would never give up on our baby. And instead, you cheat on me, and you get another woman pregnant.
Look, I'm sorry, but sometimes in life, things don't work out the way we want it to. What, did you expect me to wait around forever? When you can't get pregnant?
Well, you said you would.
So this is it. After 9 years together, this is how it ends.
I'm sorry, Jamie, but Liza and our baby are my priority now.
I hope you're happy.
After their breakup, Brandon quickly forgets about Jamie. He starts enjoying his new life with Liza. All he can think about is their soon-to-be baby. The day the baby was born, Brandon was over the moon with excitement. He held his baby boy for the very first time. Or so he thought. The nurse gives Brandon the paternity test, only to reveal that he is not the father.
Ooh-wee. Ooh-wee. Yeah, pass that baby back on back to that woman. You thought, sucker. You thought. You really did, though. See, that's what we laughing, but this do happen to a lot of men. But that, it is what it is. Derek did say it. Derek said, I told y'all. Oh, goodness.
It turns out Liza had been seeing another man.
And this is another point. This is why I talked to y'all earlier about sometimes how you get them is how you lose them. She came in and interrupted his home. She came in and interrupted that woman's home, another woman's home. Well, his home, you know what I'm saying. She came in and interrupted his home, and look at him now. You'll mess up your marriage with your wife, even though she couldn't have children. That's always a possibility, but you should have stayed by her side and try to figure out another way if you really love this woman. But no, you wanted to go ahead and have this baby by another woman. Hey, go ahead. It's yours, right? 0%. And some of these men will go ahead and take care of the baby anyway. If you want to do that, that's up to you. But clean up on aisle 2. That's what I'll say.
Brandon's entire life fell apart. And then a couple years later, he happens to run into his ex-wife, Jamie.
Looking rough, Brandon.
Jamie?
Brandon.
Wow, you're pregnant now?
Yeah, I am.
But how? I thought you couldn't.
Hey, honey. Who's your friend?
This is actually my ex-husband, Brandon.
Oh, hey, man. Well, I should just let you guys talk, huh? I'll be in the car. I'll see you in a minute. And I will see you in a few months.
The shade.
Wow. I don't understand. I thought you couldn't get pregnant.
Actually, it turns out I didn't have infertility issues after all. Chris and I got pregnant pretty easily. Now we're gonna have a little boy.
So it was me the whole time.
What do you mean? I thought you got your girl pregnant.
I thought I did. Turns out I wasn't the father.
Wow. Sorry.
But hey, okay, if you ever want to talk, sometime in case things don't work out with you and your boyfriend.
It's husband. And thanks, but no thanks. Good luck, Brandon.
Good luck, Brandon. Good luck. I think that was a good one, y'all. Just to show you, honey, he thought it was her. He thought it was her, but it's funny how the certain things will change the situation, right? Like Derek is saying, as the world turns. It's as simple as that. When you think she the reason why y'all can't have this child, but you can't even create your own legacy, sir. That's just how it is. That's just how it is. Let me check out this one video I got for y'all, trying to see what it is. Oh, I know what this is now. Okay, cool. All right, what I'm going to do next, before I get into the next video, I am going to say, first of all, thank y'all so much for watching. I got more coming up. Got more coming up. This is just the beginning. I got some funny stuff for y'all. A woman or a husband finds out that his wife has an OnlyFans. He's been married to her for 4 years, just finds this out. Y'all going to have to watch that one. And another woman that was in the court that was over here talking about her boyfriend, who was 11 years younger than her, is cheating on her. But before I do that, I'm going to share my screen because I want to talk to y'all about some of these women who actually caught their boyfriend, caught their boyfriend on dating apps, catching their partners on dating apps, okay? So let's get into this. 11 women reveal what it's like to catch your partner on a dating app. Literally, like this little subtitle says, he legitimately tried to tell me Mandy Bumble was just her last name. Her last name was Bumble, knowing that that's the way to define in the context that he found her on Bumble. Okay. Miss Bumble can't be. Let me get into this. Shout out to Cosmopolitan for this article here. Let's get into the first scenario here. Let's try to cross this out. Number 1, I noticed, and I'm going to zoom this in some so y'all can actually see it with me. Let's see how this looks. Perfect. I'll zoom it in one more time though, just so y'all can have it a little bit bigger. I noticed my boyfriend of 3 years becoming distant and not being as open, and make sure I'm unmuted. Cool. Not being as open with me as he normally was. Fast forward a few nights, a girl messaged me on Twitter saying she saw my boyfriend on Tinder and he had been pursuing her on Facebook Messenger. She sent me the pictures of the profile and messages. He had been spelling his name differently, so I wouldn't be able to find him. I confronted him by phone call because I couldn't stand to see his face at the moment. And he started crying, saying he didn't know why he'd done what he done. I immediately ended that relationship and learned a lot about myself and others that day. And this girl here, her name is Savannah. She's 19 years old. And Savannah, one thing I tell you is that really, when you think about it, you're really too young to be dating like that, taking that stuff serious. At that age, that's a little play love. That's what I would like to call it. You're too young. This boy's on Tinder. He don't know what he wants. I'm saying he could want you one day and want another girl from the school the next. You get me saying? This is real high schoolish. This is high school love, in my opinion, right? And one thing is that you notice the signs. You notice that he was being distancy with you. That's enough. That's enough to let you know that there's nothing much for you to say, right? You can't change this man. You confronted him, and that's the thing. You don't even have to confront him because he let you know what time it was by going on here on these different apps, even without his name spelled correctly. He disrespected you. You got the evidence. The question of the day is, what you gonna do? You told us, but what you gonna do? That's what I want to know. All right? Let's keep this thing going, y'all. That's the first one. Number 2, see, I mean, that's the face. That's the move right there in itself. Like, what more do you telling us all this, but what you gonna do with this information? Because we're quick as women to want to vent to others, to tell them about our relationships. But at the end of the day, what you gonna do with this information? You gonna stay with them? If not, ain't no purpose of you telling us. And here's number 2. I was in a 6.5. That's enough in itself. I don't even need to read no more because I was in a 6.5 year exclusive relationship with a man. That all that in a sentence don't make no sense. For real. 6.5 years. What are we doing? What are we talking about? How are we advancing? That's like staying in a position for 6.5 years. And shout out to Isaiah. I see you in the chat as well. I appreciate the love. 6.5 years for a relationship. I'm telling you, women be wasting their time, and I don't want y'all to be like that. Women, if you're younger, or even if you're older, I don't care how old you are, you don't have to waste your time for years and years with these people talking about exclusive relationship. Because most people say you're not really exclusive until you get married anyway. That's what they say, at least. They don't think boyfriend and girlfriend counts, and that is really just superficial titles that we use. But anyway, I was in a 6.5 year exclusive relationship with a man who spent the entire duration of it on dating apps. He never really hid what he was doing from me, but he told me at the time he'd never meet up with anyone for real. And all guys did this sort of thing. And see, that's that gaslighting, that's that narcissistic behavior when you're telling me that all men do this, all women do that. And like Mona put up on her community tab today, when women be like, all guys are the same. Well, who told you to deal with all the guys, right? Okay, you know what I'm saying? Who told you to deal with that? Same thing here. When a man is telling you all guys do this and all guys do that, and women are saying the same thing, all women do this, all women do that, don't listen to those type of generalizations because we know it's not true. We know it's not true. Same thing when it comes to the zodiac signs. Oh, you a Taurus, so you like ketchup and pickles on your burgers. You a Taurus, so you go to sleep at 10 p.m. every night. You get what I'm saying? Like these generalizations that we know are not true about people, but we put everybody in one category and think that they're supposed to act this way. Because if y'all really believe that a certain zodiac sign acted a certain way, then you wouldn't even have dated them to be able to tell us how bad of a person they were and that you would never date them again. You get me? Y'all know how people be saying, I would never date a Taurus again. I'll never date an Aquarius again. But you read everything. You know, you read the zodiac stuff all across the board. Y'all read all the descriptions. Y'all did the match on the internet. You know how y'all put the zodiac signs together to figure out if they were the right one for you. And you still decided to go with that person, knowing that it said y'all was the perfect match. That's what it said. But then when you got with them, you realized they weren't the perfect match. So now you're going over here hating on a certain zodiac sign because you put in the world over the word. You're not making sense. You put in the stars and all these different astrology symbols over God, who has proved to be consistent over and over again. That's my little rant on zodiac signs. To each his own. Y'all can be whatever gang y'all want. I'm May gang, but I'm going to say all of us May folks don't act the same either. That's just it, because you can't do that. And that's just stupid. I'm sorry. Y'all can't do that. Anyway. He said, all guys do this. He never really hit it for me all that time. One day I created a fake account to try to find him and saw him on there right away. His profile was full of photos that I'd taken of him. I took the photos of this man for the dating app. I did that. Wow. Congratulations, because you just became a freelance photographer. Go ahead, sis. Put that on your modern woman resume. Go ahead, because you are now a freelance photographer for dating agencies. At this point, you might as well get it as a tax write-off. This is what I'm talking about. Y'all sign up for more jobs than you need to sign up for. You're doing freelance photography. You're staying in this stuff way longer than you need to. 6.5 years. And what did you accomplish? 6.5 years, you was playing detective. I'm telling you, you need to be on CSI when they do that new casting. I'm just saying. Later on, I caught him on a sugar baby site, which was bold considering that up until his mid-20s, he'd been living with his parents. See, that's what I'm talking about. He looking for sugar baby. I mean, he looking for sugar mamas. Girl, I think he looking for sugar mamas, or is he the one that's looking for a sugar baby? I don't know. It took me a few years, but I finally realized I was worth more. Oh no, I guess he's looking for the sugar mamas because he's 20s. He's in his 20s. It took me a few years, and you finally realize 6.5. That's a long time, y'all. Girl, I'm telling you, sometimes people be like A in academics, D in dating. I'm telling you, when people will be talking about PhD, but the D stand for dummy. I'm a PH of dummy. That's what you are. You know what I'm saying? You got a degree in dummyology. I'm just saying. See what I'm talking about? All these years that you wasted. I'm not saying in her case, but you wasted a long time, girl. But you're 26 now, so I pray that you get your step on the right foot. You know what I'm saying? Get yourself on the right path. She said, when our lease ended, I moved out to live alone, and he moved back in with his parents again. Okay. You did what you needed to do, so salute to you. Woo! Kojak going off in that chat, honey. I see you. Doctorate of fill in the blank. Did I read? Okay, this is another girl. Is she Sarah too? No, she's Skylar. Number 3, I noticed, I'm going to read, this is the last one I'm going to read for right now. I'll get back to some more in a bit because I need y'all to see these videos. But number 3, I noticed my boyfriend was getting notifications from the OkCupid app, and the curiosity was driving me crazy. I snuck into his phone when he was in the shower and found all these girls he was talking to. The weird part was that he opened all of the conversations by asking, cake or pie? As an icebreaker. I was furious, but held it to myself until later that night. We were at dinner with a group of friends, and it got to the point where I couldn't take it anymore. At the end of the dinner, I looked him in the eye and asked him if he preferred cake or pie. He knew he was caught, and I ended things that night. Shout out to Sarah. As long as you end things that night, that was the best thing you could have done. one thing you said is that you had to sneak into the phone. You saw he was getting notifications from OkCupid. And see, I'm not hip, so I had to look these things up. But I'm guessing OkCupid is a dating app. This is what goes back to my main philosophy, that if we are exclusive, there's no need for me to go back on these dating apps. There's no reason for me to check your phone. That's another thing. Talking about that. Yep, I agree. Let's get into the video. The next one I have for y'all. I'm going to get into it. This is where this woman had OnlyFans. She had OnlyFans, and her husband called her. Let's get into it.
What's up, everyone? It's a 5 dude back on your screen. Now in today's video, we'll be counting down the top 5 cheaters who got caught red-handed, part 100. So starting today's list off, we have a girl who got asked if she would cheat on her boyfriend for only $1,000. Believe it or not, but she actually said yes, and she said her boyfriend would most likely understand. It's literally only $1,000. Now if it was like $100,000 or $1 million, then maybe I would understand, but even then it's still betrayal.
Okay.
Would you cheat for $1,000?
Yeah. I think he would understand.
Moving on, we have a girl who showed off how easy.
And see, I'm telling you, some women will do anything for money. She said $1,000. $1,000. That's all it takes. That's what I'm saying. Mona said it. They're for sale.
Easy it is for her to cheat on her boyfriend. Now, she didn't actually cheat on her boyfriend, but if she wanted to, she could easily do it.
Boyfriend?
I do, yes.
Do you think it's possible to have guy friends when you're in a relationship?
I think it's possible, yes.
Stop the cap.
Now, why is that?
I don't think my guy friends want anything more than just being friends.
Classic. We're gonna pick a card from this game. They have some risky texts in here. Would you be down to call one of your guy friends and ask him one of these questions?
Yeah. Hey, Derek, how are you?
I'm good, how are you?
I'm good. Things aren't going too good with Ethan and I right now, like we're rocky. But I would ask him this, but since things aren't good, I'm just gonna ask you. Is it okay if I send you a picture of my in these khakis?
Are you serious?
Yeah, I am.
You know I've been like trying to see your ass like since we started hanging out. I mean, yeah, you know, of course. Yeah, send as many pics as you want.
Oh, okay.
Alright, well, I'll see you, I guess.
Alright, bye.
Bye.
I didn't expect that at all.
Next up.
Okay, yeah, this woman, I gotta get to this video in a minute, but she look a mess. I have to get into what that is. You're like, what the heck? But, as you heard, she just said, or she just asked her male friend, hey, can I send you a picture of my ASS in these khakis? He said, oh yeah, I've been waiting to see that all my life, right? Let's get into this next video, because this is a mess right here.
We have a girl who got maced by her brother's girlfriend after she caught him cheating. Now, the entire family knew he was cheating, so yeah, she decided to just mace the entire family.
Why this bum that has maced all of us? Maced the whole crib, bro. We have right now, police here again. I'm trying to call you, but you're not here. My face is burning right now. I'm tight right now. It's funny though.
Moving on, we have a crazy cheating girlfriend who deleted her ex-boyfriend's Instagram after she got caught. Now, this was literally a source of income for this guy, which she just straight up deleted. It's just really sad that people actually go to this extent to get back at their exes.
You have a psycho ex without telling me you have a psycho ex. I'll go first.
Yo, Molly's a fucking psycho. She's literally deleting her ex's Instagram account, and her ex is famous.
He makes money off of this. This is his whole life.
Oh my god, Molly!
Oh my god, why am I doing this? I'm a terrible person!
Stop it. Get some help.
To finish off today's video, we have by far the craziest one on this list. Basically, this guy found out his wife has a secret OnlyFans and he decided to set her up with a date. Now, when he confronted her, she still denied everything and just started lying about everything. This woman honestly doesn't deserve to have a guy like this one.
I just pulled up to the Comfort Inn Hotel. I don't even know what to do right now. Like, this is crazy, but I pulled up here, and I'm gonna tell y'all why I did this. My wife of 4 years is in this hotel right now, and she don't have a clue that I'm out here.
And me, myself, and I, if I was a man, I wouldn't be going to see where she at. I wouldn't be doing none of that. I'm telling you, that's just too much energy that I wouldn't have. I'm sorry.
The thing is, she's been on OnlyFans for a while now. I didn't know. I had no clue. I didn't know. I had no clue that this is what she was doing. But she about to find out today. The reason I found out is because my homie, he got an OnlyFans. Well, he don't have one, but he be on OnlyFans. And he runs across my wife's page and he tells me that my wife has an OnlyFans. So I'm like, what?
And that's the worst thing in the world. I really have secondhand embarrassment for this man, knowing that his homeboy had to tell him that his wife is on OnlyFans, knowing he don't see the goods probably, unless the page private, but who knows, right?
Wow. So every day she's coming home, she's acting regular. She doesn't know that I even know this yet. So what I did is made a fake OnlyFans page, and I made my name D-Rock on there. You know, I made my name D-Rock, and she don't know what's going on. But what's up? How you doing, man? You all right? Nah, I'm good. So she don't know what's going on. I made a fake page, right? I made a fake page on OnlyFans. I'm sorry, y'all, but I made a fake page on OnlyFans and been talking to her for a week on OnlyFans. And I made my name D-Rock. So she's thinking she's doing a meetup with a guy named D-Rock. And it's me the whole time. So she's been hiding and having this OnlyFans the entire time. And the whole time, she's been telling me, like, when she's gone and she's doing stuff like that, I'm thinking that she's handling business.
Yeah, handling business, all right.
You know what I mean? Work business, work meetings, hanging out with her friends and stuff like that. When she's going for hours at a time, I'm not overthinking it. Whole time she has OnlyFans. So I made her OnlyFans. And we've been talking for a week on OnlyFans, right? And she don't know. So she just gave me a room number and everything. And, oh, here you go. She gave me a room number and everything. And she does not know that I am coming to this door. So, that being said, I'm finna bust it. And I'm not doing it no more because it don't make sense. It don't make no sense. It don't make no sense. Look at it. And she don't even know. Look at it. Exactly. Open the No. Court. Open the No. Open the Two, that's I'll be like the one you've been DMing on OnlyFans for the past week. Look at this. I'm sitting at the house the other day when she's talking about, oh, I'm business meetings or I'm hanging with my friends. You do a meetup. There's nothing to explain. Nothing to explain. You and the man, I don't give a about no more. Hey, listen, I'm not trying to hear none of them excuses. You and this motherfucker in a whole fucking bikini or about to try to do meetups. What the you doing? Let me ask you, what are you doing with these meetups? Because you didn't know this was me. That's me you've been talking to for this whole past week. You've been coming, listen, coming home. I'm not trying to hear none of that shit. You've been coming I'm not trying to hear none of that. You've been coming home, laying in the bed with me, acting about none of that crime, none of that shit. You've been coming home. Listen, you've been coming.
She want the camera on her face now, but she knows she a whole content creator. Get on, lady, with that. You already saw you knew what you had on, so why do you care that the camera's in your face now?
No, because that shit crazy. You be coming home every day laying with me and doing all that time. You doing meetups and shit. No, ain't none of that. You doing meetups. This is what I did not want to marry. This is not what I want. I didn't marry. This is not what I married. We've been married 4 years. We've been married 4 years. Ain't no such thing. There's no dance. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, man? I'm not trying to hear that. I'm not trying to hear that shit. 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 No, don't try to cover yourself up. Don't try to cover. Why are you embarrassed now? You wasn't embarrassed at first. You wasn't embarrassed when you was on there. I don't give. Now she want to cry. I don't give about none of that crying. Just know this. When you come home, I know I love you. I know I love you. You don't fucking love me. You don't love me. You don't love me. Back away from me. Back away from me. Back away from me. Back away from me. Ain't no deal shit. You doing meetups. You got OnlyFans, you doing meetups. You doing OnlyFans, no, don't touch Katrina, don't touch me. You got OnlyFans, you doing meetups all the time. Now you want to cry and do all that shit. No, I with you. So just whatever, do it. Listen, finish doing what you want to sit there. Finish doing what you was doing. Finish doing about what you thought you about to do. Call the next thing, but come get your be outside when you come home. Don't shoot it. Don't. I don't. about none of that. I don't about none of that. I don't even know what the kid's mind. I don't even know.
Alright, this was it for today's video, guys. If you enjoyed today's video, then make sure you smash that like button.
Alright, that's that. Let's get into the funny part for tonight. I got this video for y'all. Shout out again to my guy Joker Nutty Nate for this recommendation, y'all. We're gonna get right on into it on the Judge Mathis show. Fair use.
Plaintiff Kiki Patrick was hesitant to date the defendant because he is 11 years younger than her, but she gave it a shot. However, Kiki claimed she soon discovered he was cheating on her, and she's suing him because she claims he smashed her computer, bleached her son's clothes, and kicked her car. Defendant Kimari Williams says he loved Kiki, but he admits he snapped after he discovered she was sending sexual videos to his friends, which he has in court today.
All rise. This court is now in session. The Honorable Judge Greg Mathis presiding. You may now be seated.
Start with you.
Your Honor, me and Kimari had been dating for about 6 months officially. So he a little young. I was a little skeptical on that.
How much younger?
11 years.
That's right.
Yeah.
You're a young man. Go ahead.
Young man. But he mature in ways too that most young people are not. So I went ahead and gave it a shot.
But y'all already know, you know what I'm saying? This man ain't interested in her. I mean, I'm just speaking. I don't know. I'm just gonna say it. I don't know if he into Kiki. I don't know. Cause I'm just saying he may be into Kiki for Kiki money, Kiki personality, cause he be like Kikiing, like laughing at her jokes and stuff. But I don't know. I'm not trying to be funny enough, but I don't know about this one. Sir, you're a nice looking guy. I don't know why you settle for this aggressive woman.
All of a sudden, he started to change and everything. Like stuff started off how it needed to, regular, lovey-dovey, going out, chilling, being communicative. He was very consistent for his age. All of a sudden, he started changing, and I don't understand what was going on far as why he just started coming home late, like not hitting me.
How long after knowing him did you all move in?
I'm sorry?
How long after knowing him or dating did you all decide to move in together?
He stayed with his grandma them. So he just come over most of the time and kind of spend the night. He had little things over there, so not a lot. So probably like 3 months
after.
after.
Complain about him not coming home when he didn't live there?
See, this is what I'm talking about, that playing house where literally he lives with his grandma and them, like she said, and he comes over. Sometimes you can expect this man, see, that's what I'm saying, you can expect this man to come back to home when that's not really home, like Judge Mathis is saying.
It was consistency.
Okay.
He was just consistent with coming home, just being attentive how he needed to. I got a 7-year-old son. They got attached together, so they real cool. They real close.
And he was inconsistent. He became inconsistent.
He became inconsistent.
All right.
After preaching how consistent he's going to be in just of a man. So like I said,
y'all
I gave him a
did
chance.
you ask him what's up with you? Why you acting like that? Did you mention any of that?
Yes, I did. I'm very communicative. I asked him what's going on, what's the issue. He not talking. He not really texting back. So me being a woman, me being me, I'm trying to cook, have a little night at the crib so we can talk it out. And all of a sudden, he don't show up. He don't answer.
I bet he don't.
So I'm like, what's going on? Come to find out, he really messing with somebody else.
Not that ponytail. Not that not that phonytail. Y'all, this is not acceptable. What is this? It don't make sense, y'all. I'm saying all that stuff is gonna pull her back like Stevie Wonder. Please get that out your hair.
How'd you find out?
The phone ringing on and off. Bing, 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 bing. So I'm like, everything all right? Everything cool? He gonna tell me, yeah, everything cool. You ain't worry about nothing. So me being me, knowing that everything not cool, and he playing it off and being distant, I pull up the phone records. I call Verizon. I get the details and everything. You know Verizon ain't finna lie. So
I don't
at
know
this
what
point-
Verizon does. Go ahead.
Yeah, but they ain't gonna lie. You can get everybody text message records, all that. So boom, I found out that he was texting this girl named Keisha. They had been having a couple of outings. They done did a few things, having fun. He sitting here telling her, yeah, I like what you did that night. I'm gonna come back over. And how you going back over somewhere and we already had plans to do something? So clearly you already done cut me loose. So I let it play out. The next day I asked him what's going on. All of a sudden, he don't know. He just decided to stay at the crib. Okay.
All right, let me get some background from you, sir.
Your Honor,
The woman said that you, you became distant after you all started dating and moving in together, and you all were very much in love, and then you just turned inconsistent.
Your Honor, I loved and cared for Kiki until I found out she was sending sexual videos to my homeboys.
Girl, and look, what's so funny is that we're going to be seeing them videos, y'all. So I hope your eyes are ready. Because once you see it, you can't unsee it.
She think that her actions don't have consequences and repercussions. And maybe if she was honest with me from the jump, maybe we wouldn't even be here right now.
She did what with
Maybe
the
if she-
boys?
Excuse me?
You said she sent something?
She's sending sexual content videos to my homeboys. And she didn't think that it was going to get back to me. And maybe if she was
Sent it
honest,
to your friends and didn't think your friends would say anything to you?
I said the same thing. But if I was to do something like that to her
I don't
friends,
believe you.
You don't believe me.
No.
You don't believe me.
No.
How you?
I don't believe him either.
You ain't do that.
So
did
you tell me.
No,
So
I
you
ain't
tell-
seen no videos to nobody.
So you tell me why he sent me some videos.
Not
5
no
o'clock,
sexual videos.
We have a video. I brought it to you right.
Get ready, y'all. Get ready, y'all. Before I do that, I'm going to read these super chats. Shout out again to Joker Nutty Nate. To my boy, ain't no way. Boy, whew. Shout out to Successful Melanated Dusty says she was taking care of him. He has access to the Verizon account maybe that she's in charge of. Mm-hmm. Oh, I get what you're saying. She has access to the Verizon account because she's been looking, or maybe that's what you're saying. But yeah, she has access to the Verizon account. I'm gonna go with that. All right, let's keep this going. Get your eyes ready, because honey, once you see this, you're not gonna be able to unsee. It's scary.
Oh, okay. Well, I see.
What video? I want to see.
Why? We're about to see.
Let's get it. Yeah. Now it's definitely.
Kimari!
See, this right here makes me mad all over again.
Now it is fun.
Licking your tongue out.
Oh,
like that.
that is.
It's too much. It's too much.
Oh, Lord.
See, look at that. Slapping her thighs. Saying, come here.
Oh. Oh, Lord. Oh, Lord.
See, look at that. Slapping her thighs. Saying, come here.
Oh, Lord.
Not the oh Lord. Not using the fat as a weapon like that. You would go to jail for that. Not using the fat as a weapon. I'm gonna go back. Then she going to jail for second degree. I'm not gonna shut up. But you going to jail for second degree M. Okay? Can't be saying certain things on these YouTube streets.
Slapping her thighs. Saying, come here.
Oh, Lord.
It's a country.
That's embarrassing.
Do you see the way?
Oh, Lord.
I gotta go back one more time.
It's a country.
That's embarrassing.
Do you see the way how y'all laughing?
That is embarrassing.
That's why I send videos to people.
It's giving me Cleo. It's giving me Cleo. And set it off. Day after day. Hey, yo, what the? Shout out to Dio for the $5. Oh, goodness, y'all. Tears. Okay, I have to come, like, next time I come on the show, I gotta bring tissues with me because it just don't make no sense that these people be so ignorant.
That's content that I create
Licking your tongue
I
out.
sent that to my daddy. I sent that to my brother.
That's
So I
family.
guess I'm trying to go with my brother and my daddy too.
That's
then.
family. Your
I guess
Honor,
I'm
if I
trying to
may-
go with them too.
Your Honor,
I guess I'm trying to be in love with them too. I guess I'm finna do ancestors around here today.
I think it's sexy. I think it's real sexy. She all
It is.
She all juicy and chocolate.
Well, why you sending it to your
She all juicy and chocolate. This man says she all juicy and chocolate. I see chocolate, but I don't see no juice. I see dried up prunes. That's what I see, y'all. Shout out to the Raging Half Asian. Shout out to you saying with the $5 to my dang. This is a great show. Salute, brother. Salute. I appreciate you. We over here in tears, y'all. We in tears. Shout out to you for the $5, as well as my guys, Eric Jordan with the $2 saying, I couldn't mess with a Shirley like this. No, bro. I hope not. Cause honey, if anybody mess like that, honey, we can't support you over here. You know, we show love to all the men over here, but if you go with something that looks like that, something that, I'm not even gonna talk about nobody, how she look, but I'm just gonna say, the fact that you are daring, you have enough confidence. Where you get your confidence from? Because I need to go scoop up some of that. I need to take a shot of that, a dose of that. Cause that's next level. Shout out to Chavis with the $2 saying, I need the Men in Black glow stick. Woo! Look, oh Lord, let's keep this going, y'all. I appreciate y'all for the support. And Eric again comes through with $2 saying, that's a bish. Access denied. Access denied, y'all. Salute to y'all. I appreciate y'all coming through, saying something about this beautiful lady on the screen. Because we all beautiful in one way or another, okay? But I just want to get out there. I'm saying literally you using that fat as a weapon. Like they can, just like Mayweather's hands as a weapon, that fat is a weapon. If you're going to sling it all in front of people like that, you can kill somebody with that. I mean, you can hurt somebody with that.
father then and your brother?
That's
right. Because he's not looking
My
at-
daughter better not send me no hypersexual stuff.
She licking her tongue out, slapping her thighs. Hey, that's showing him what you gonna do.
It's
Your
baby.
Honor.
You ain't done that with your father.
Come
Your Honor, I sent all my videos to everybody in a group chat chain message, and they all have a caption on them that explaining the caption. It goes with the song. So at the end of the day, I don't see no issue with it. Now, if I'm looking at his perspective, maybe it could have been something, but ain't nobody looking at me like that. That's content that I create.
Licking your tongue out.
I sent that to my daddy. I sent that to my brother.
That's
so I
family.
guess I'm trying to go with my brother and my daddy too.
That's
then.
family. Your
I guess
Honor,
I'm
if I
trying to
may-
go with them too.
I think it's sexy. I think it's real sexy. She all
It is.
She all juicy and chocolate.
Well, why you send it to your father then and
Right.
your brother?
That's
If
right.
Because he's
it's
not
sexy.
looking
My
at-
daughter better not send me no hypersexual stuff.
She licking her tongue out, slapping her thighs. Hey, that's showing him what you gonna do.
Plaintiff Kiki Patrick is suing her ex-boyfriend, who claims he broke up with Kiki after she sent sexual videos to his friends.
Girl, yes, Mona, you missed that one. That's her man. My man, my man, my ooh, not my man. But no, that's her man though. Shout out to Timur for my man. But anyway, yeah, that's her man. He 11 years younger than her, and he's breaking up with her. That's the ex-boyfriend now, I guess, because of the fact that she had sent these videos to his friends. Why would his friends want to see that? And why would you get mad? I mean, I don't know. First of all, I wouldn't be claiming no chick like that.
And he has the videos in court today.
Men look at things very different when they're in love.
I'm telling you, that's not the reason you're behind itch, man. That's not the reason you're behind itch, man. I'm sorry to tell you. I'm gonna cross my arms and tell you, but that's not the reason you're behind itching, honey. It's because something ain't going on. Something like the chat said. This is what's going on out here. Kiki, are you hungry? Are you riding? Damn, y'all going in on Kiki. I just say Kiki is confident. It's the confidence for me. Uh-oh. I think because I'm playing this video. Let me see what happens. I'm hoping I can come back. Dang. Let's see. Bear with me. Hope y'all can eventually hear me. Okay, let's see what Mona said. Check that email. Let me know if y'all see me again. Lord. Ramona say here. I knew that was gonna happen though. This is why you can't be playing these folks. Oh yeah. Okay. Do copy it yet? Okay. Dang it. Okay, what they telling me? I'm gonna see what I can do. I'm gonna start another live. You said Big Mama try to shut it down. Let me know if y'all see. Y'all probably don't see me now. Let's see. I'm coming back to this main screen. Hold on a second. That's it. Well, Janessa talking about hell no. Let's see. What do I do? Error. I'm trying to figure out what the heck do I do. She was interrupted. Oh, okay. They re-enabled. Well, I stopped doing it. Hopefully y'all can see me. Okay, because I literally stopped doing it. Give me a second, Ma. Hold on. Okay, I'm back. I'm back. Thank y'all for the patience. I'm back. Hold on. I'm putting in the chat. Whew, child. Thank y'all for y'all patience. This is what I get for talking about this woman. I appreciate it. Ooh, I knew it was I had a feeling this was going to happen today, but y'all do see me though. Thank God y'all see me, y'all hear me. Oh goodness, I knew it was going to happen. I had a feeling because you using this content. Y'all know how it goes, but I appreciate y'all staying here being so patient. Lovely, lovely. That's my indication I need to stop talking about this woman. Okay, but anyway, what I'm gonna do at this point is get into what am I gonna get into real quick? I'm gonna just show y'all some more of these women just talking about how some of their men were cheating. But I appreciate y'all getting here. Y'all stayed here, showing me love. I appreciate that. Thank you, Mona. Yeah, I just had to stop streaming it. You're right. And I was trying to figure that out. I looked at my email, but thank y'all. All right, let's wrap it up a little bit. Just gonna read a couple more of these women talk about dating apps and what they deal with on them. Okay. Number 4 says, this woman said, I had a feeling he was on Tinder again when he deleted our accounts in front of we had deleted our accounts in front of each other when we started dating exclusively, since he had been distant all week with me. So I created a fake account, to see if he was on there. I matched with him within minutes, but didn't send him a message. I confronted him the next day on the phone and told him I knew about his Tinder account. I didn't tell him I made a fake one. And what did Corey say? Sent you a super chat to stream. Oh, well, please resend if you like. I would appreciate that so much because I definitely didn't get it. No, I didn't get the last thing I got was from Eric. So if you like to, I would appreciate that, Corey Joe. Thank you so much. All right, appreciate that. But no, I'm going to continue reading this here where it says, I confronted him the next day on the phone and told him I knew about his Tinder account. I didn't tell him I made a fake one, just that a friend showed me it. He claimed he just made it a few days ago, as if that was okay, and that he never cheated on me. Within seconds of us breaking up on the phone, he messaged my catfish account with a corny gif of him sliding into this fake girl's DMs. Okay. Boy, oh boy. See, this is what I'm talking about. Y'all deleted the accounts. You made a fake account to see if he was on there because he's been distant. If he's been distant, you need to confront him about it. I'm glad you found that out, but at the end of the day, like you said, did you leave? I'm going to go back to this again. You said y'all broke up. You had breaking up on the phone. He messaged my catfish account. That's what I'm saying. Sometimes how you find them is how you lose them. That's how it goes. It's a whole mood. And this is one thing I was going to say, a little story. Quick story time real quick. I was at a funeral for a family friend of mine. Older lady in her 70s, right, that passed away. A great family friend of ours when we lived in Detroit for years. I was at her funeral and I was noticing this guy that was sitting in a pew that wasn't too far from where I was. And I saw him on his phone, but I'm saying, okay, maybe somebody just texted him, something happened, whatever. So he's just texting real quick because you don't want to be on your phone first and foremost while you're at a funeral. Nonetheless, I saw him swiping left, swiping right on women at the funeral, y'all. Make it make sense. Y'all can't respect the dead. Y'all can't respect the dead. You at this funeral, but you over here swiping left and right on women because you can tell when you see a full picture of a woman and he's literally swiping left, swiping right, trying to match, trying to find somebody while you at this funeral, supposed to be paying respects to this lady, but you on on Tinder or whatever app you may be. And there's so many different dating apps out here. That's what I'm saying, is that you may be able to find love on it, but you got to worry about the fact if that person isn't going to try to go back to those dating apps as their home when y'all in an argument, when y'all going through rough times. That's the reason why I say that you be careful. Many women, they love the dating apps now because they don't want to meet people in person, because people are crazy in person, but they're also crazy on the internet as well. That's what I'll say. All right. Yep. But I do appreciate all the love. I do appreciate the love in the chat for sure. I hope y'all enjoyed it tonight. I really do, because I asked y'all in the chat. I said, would you let your significant other have an OnlyFans account if they were the one creating that content? And believe it or not, I saw 96% of y'all say, hell no. Okay, make sense, right? 96% of y'all on top of things, right? But then I saw 4%, somebody said they would let their significant other have OnlyFans. And it's a lot that comes with that. And there was 27 votes on that. So 3% said, 4% said they would. Yeah. And then also, like I said, it's Corey Joe. I appreciate the love. I didn't get the super chat, but if you want to send it a super sticker, feel free. I'll definitely acknowledge it. But nonetheless, I appreciate y'all for being here, showing love anyway. Because YouTube was YouTubing tonight. And it's the first time for anything anyway, right? When it comes to the stream, I saw that sign pop up. I said, that's why I'm glad I really had my YouTube up on my phone, because I didn't even see it like on the chat, on StreamYard or anything like that. But it's when I saw it on my phone, I realized that I was a mess, right? But I'm glad YouTube got itself back together. So I appreciate that. Anyway, from my experience, like I say, cheating is everything that leads up to it. It's those sneaky texts, sneaky phone calls, sneaky meetups saying, I'm going to hang with my friend. When you know that person is more than a friend, right? That person has the option to be your future spouse, future significant other. But you want to play your significant other like they don't mean anything to you. Same thing with the work wives and the work hubbies. All that can lead to more. But you got to make sure that you set the boundaries early on in life. Set it up, right? Set it up. I appreciate that. So what I want y'all to do is in the chat, let me know again, put a 1 in the chat if y'all think cheating is normalized in today's society. Put a 1 in the chat if cheating is normalized in today's society. Put a 2 in the chat if cheating is not normalized in today's society. Okay? 1, if it is normalized in today's society, and 2, if it is not, before we rock out and leave out of here tonight. But I appreciate y'all so much for being here. I see y'all. But yeah, I see some 1s in the chat. It's definitely normalized, right? Because it's everywhere. You can cheat any and everywhere now. But I appreciate the people who know that loyalty is everything, right? Because I'm telling you, just because you cheat and you have that one good moment doesn't mean that you're going to be able to go back to what you had, that good thing, and make everything work like it was in day one. That's why I tell you, don't ruin that good thing for a one-time fling. That's the message of today. Thank you, Jesus loves you. I appreciate you, brother. Don't let that little fling ruin that good thing. And it may not be great all the time, but on average it's good. On average it's good. That's what matters. I'm saying everybody's going to have ups and downs. That's a part of life. But as long as you know how to bring that thing back to that solid foundation, that's where you have the greatest success. But what I want to tell y'all is thanks y'all so much for staying with me even after we had our little stream issues. I appreciate the love. Appreciate y'all for having me. Just again, to recap, cheating is real. It's a real thing. A lot of people are dealing with it. But on the flip side of that, there's that small percentage of people who know how to be loyal, who know that social media isn't going to get in the way of their relationships, who have set up the fact that, hey, I'm not going to be in everybody's DMs. I'm not going to be entertaining that, because some things that turn friendly can turn into something serious in the long run. Be careful in these DMs, y'all, because women out here cheating, men out here cheating as well. But again, I told y'all, sometimes how you get them is how you lose them. I appreciate all the love. Appreciate y'all for having me, and I got to leave out with this funny clip.
Not only is there a man in his cabinet, but the man is a midget.